Nope. Bro, these motherfuckers are keeping the big one for last, bro. There was a secret fourth game that they didn't tell people they were going to show. I guess this is the fourth game. Let's see. What in the ghost? What the fuck are we doing, bro? Come on, the showcase has been really good so far. Do not fuck it up, man. Do not fuck it up.
Hello, I'm Tim Schafer, founder and studio head of Double Fine Productions. And this is Elizabeth Larkin, senior tools programmer and junior in-house ceramicist. At Double Fine, we try to take a little time every so often to create quick game prototypes. Anyone in the company can pitch a game idea, and we have a vote on which ones we want to try to make. We forget the projects we're currently working on, basically get amnesia, and we do this for 2 weeks. That's a fortnight. And we build a few of these experimental game prototypes. We call this process Amnesia Fortnight. We've had all sorts of great ideas come out of this process. It's just like this clay. With a little bit of pressure and creativity, something interesting is created that wasn't there before. Our next game came out of Amnesia Fortnight. It's all about encouraging you to create with others, and then use what you create to destroy each other.
What the fuck? Bro, what am I watching, bro?
Don't worry, it's easy to make a new pot if you're playing Kiln, our online multiplayer pottery party brawler.
What? What? Did anybody else like not see this going in that direction? What? I am so confused, bro. And why does their studio look like a fucking museum playground, bro? What is going on?
We love to explore new and original ideas here at Double Fine, alongside last year's Weird But Chill game Keeper, featuring surreal and dreamlike exploration. Kiln is the other side of that coin, bringing high-energy, expressive multiplayer action.
Wait,
you'll get a chance today to
so it's a brawler, like you could fight against other players? Is that what I'm getting?
See how we're continuing to foster our spirit of creativity with this next game. Derek Brand spearheaded this pitch, and he's here today to talk about this fully realized Double Fine experience he's leading with his team.
Did he say that he spearheaded this bitch or spearheaded this pitch? I couldn't tell.
Kiln is a multiplayer party brawler, and is just as much about the act of trading with your friends as it is fast-paced competitive destruction. We built this game to respond to your creative design choices, as well as your relentless cruelty to anthropomorphized clay pots. I've spent my career as a concept artist, focused on coming up with unique characters and environments at Double Fine. But I also play a lot of action titles.
Hold on, really quick. Deadeye's Lock with the $1 and Rumble says Game Freak, when they get an actual budget and freedom for a game, yet they stuck getting restrictions, crayons, and deadline to finish the game from Nintendo. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Which got me wondering, what would a game look like that included not just the cathartic element of destruction and action, but the equally cathartic act of creation I was familiar with?
Raptor Creato says, for a 2, skip this. This isn't a game. It's a waste of time. No, I don't want to skip anything. I want to give everything a fair shot. And I think a brawler game could be fun. It's just the concept is very strange to me. So we're gonna check this out. I apologize, but we're gonna give everything a fair chance.
With as an artist, I stumbled on the answer one day. What better solution than a pottery wheel? We wanted to give players the ability to create characters out of any shape and to make sure that what you make has a charming, animated personality. You start off as
somebody was definitely high as fuck when they came up with this game, right? Is that fair? Is that fair to say that somebody was really high as fuck when they came up with this shit? And they probably were in the office at the same time too, you know what I mean?
Helpless, naked spirit. You're not capable of much in this state. Thankfully, you are capable of manipulating clay, and a pottery wheel is the perfect place for the creation of a new body. And when it comes time for destruction, those shapes needed to translate into capable fighters. Pots that can compete in challenges in a way that only pots can. Our game mode, Quench, brings all of that together in a 4v4 combat party atmosphere. You and your friends need to balance your pot's shape and abilities with its capacity for carrying water into enemy territory. Here, you'll navigate through the environment with your team's unique creations.
I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay has some pretty cool moments, it looks like. Torinol with $1. I've heard musicians say that they can make a full song from one note. A pottery battler would be the dev version of the same notion. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I think the gameplay looks okay for the most part.
Avoid or destroy incoming enemy warriors. And of course, fill your pot up with water to ultimately douse the enemy's kiln and win the game.
Got him once. Now keep at it.
With Kiln, we wanted to give players
what is with these slow-mo shots? I can't get over it, bro. I mean, can you imagine when they were filming this, how awkward it must have been just to get a slow-mo shot and feeling like you're some kind of celebrity or something? I don't know, bro. Hey, but good on them for their production quality. They got nice production quality, I'll say that.
we know they've always wanted from Double Fine. A best-in-class pottery sim, of course. With this strange concept came lots of design challenges, though, because it's a game about pots that have to transform into bespoke ceramic warriors. We had to figure out how to make an art tool, a character builder, and a loadout system all together, while keeping the whole experience approachable for anyone, not just pottery masters. After many iterations balancing simulation...
I know they filmed them walking normal, but the point is, like, you have to do that walk knowing that it's going to be slow mode, and it's got to be all dramatic looking and shit. You know, they're not walking totally normal.
With arcade-like simplicity, we landed on a design that lets you feel like a master potter who can easily make any pottery shape you could dream up, even if you've never seen a potter's wheel. It's weirdly satisfying. We've carefully married...
I will say that's kind of cool if you can make your own, like, it's kind of like make your own character kind of a way, but instead you're doing it with pottery. Kind of a cool idea. I'll give them that. Very nice.
The clay technology with the behavior of the sculpting tools and controls to make sure anyone can pick it up in seconds. Refine it with sponges, shapers, and straight edge tools to get specific and make it yours. As you sculpt, you'll notice the game recognizing the different shapes you've made. It'll automatically detect when you're shaping things like cups, vases, bowls, and many more.
So that means we had to ask ourselves, if I was a vase, and this vase that I just made was now my body, what can I, as a vase, do?
Every pot in Kiln needs to have a core set of moves fit for a warrior. To run, jump, attack, and roll. They also must have moves fit for a pot to fill up with water and then splash that water out. Each shape has its own unique way of performing these moves. And because your shape matters, the animation team has taken on a challenge of bringing those different pot shapes to life in surprising ways. In addition to these core moves, each shape also has its own special attack, which we push to be the most fun and over-the-top moments in the game. Cups popping popcorn, bottles turning into swords, jugs blaring like megaphones, plates flinging pies. Everyone's shape is doing something different and exciting.
As you fight over the water on the battlefield and try to extinguish your opponent's kiln,
Down. One to go.
you'll have to pay attention to each map's unique nuances. Our mantra of shape matters carries over into our maps. We specifically designed our maps to integrate with how you choose to play and what pot you choose to play as. So you'll see things like secret tunnels that only fit certain size pots and pathways that are only traversable with certain shapes.
That's interesting. That's kind of cool because then it could add like a level of strategy to it. instead of it just being, just a beat down and then that's it. You kind of want to have at least some level of strategy to this. Otherwise, it just becomes boring.
You'll fight on fractured, floating pieces of ancient history, like an ancient Greek nightclub fit for Dionysus. It's even got a dance floor. Navigate Athena's giant strategic war map.
Life Ferret on wait, I'm sorry. Anti-Fred was paying on Rumble for $1. Says somebody was into different kind of pot for this one. Looks fun though. Yeah, I think it does. Life Ferret for $1. I'd be wary of anything involving Tim Schafer and his guys. Still remember the puppet stunt he did during the first GG. Yeah, I mean, listen, all this has to be taken with a grain of salt. Obviously, I would say wait for, reviews, wait for, check out whoever you like watching gameplay of, even if it's not me. Check out gameplay of it and see what you think about it, and kind of make your decision from there. I think this is obviously meant to target streamers. I think this is meant to be one of those 4-player kind of fun party games sort of a thing. And I mean, again, that's fine. It's just I'm kind of tired of those streamer games. It seems like everybody's constantly targeting streamers to try to make their game the next big game. And I don't know if this is going to be it, right? But again, I can't predict the future.
Inflating sponge warriors with water to rearrange the battlefield to your advantage. Fight in the Egyptian god Set's dingy punk venue, complete with a mosh pit where only one pot can emerge unbroken.
Leverage your unique creations. Everything from your size, your capacity to carry water, your speed to cross the battlefield, and other choices you can make will define how you want to approach your playstyle.
I definitely think that the fact that you can make your own character is really interesting. I think that's going to be a huge selling point for a game like this. Vet Gamer with a 5. Who doesn't like butt stickers? You will see it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Do you want a team full of large cups, maximizing your dousing potential?
Go back Kiln, baby!
Or a team of tiny ninja saucers ready to quickly smash up anything that gets in their way? Or a unique combination you've discovered that balances power and splashability? If you're skilled enough to end up at the enemy kiln with lots of water, you can unleash a powerful super splash ability that does tons of damage and makes the kiln vulnerable to further attacks, letting you and your team dunk on the enemy kiln to either win big or turn the tide and make a comeback.
And that is how it's done.
At the end of a round, the cycle of creation and destruction loops around again, and now you're back in the wedge, a multiplayer lobby where you can hang at the wheel and make something cool with your friends.
Oh.
You've just earned XP points and chips from battle. Now you can load up on art supplies and expand your pot-making options.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So you can, not only can you make your own character, obviously, in a way, but you can make your own character with your friends in the same lobby together. That's kind of cool. Speedy Cake would have found the person who came up with this concept truly was a pottery master of the leafy variety. Yes, they were. Absolutely.
I think of the game being so much about the fighting, but when people play it, they just want to create all day long.
Our decoration system was designed to support your creativity. As we did with the design of the sculpting process, we looked to the pottery studio for inspiration. We found ways to translate the experience of adding spouts, lids, and handles, as well as glazing to Kiln. Every design choice we made ultimately serves the goal of enabling a near infinite range of possibilities. We can't wait to see what your favorite designs are.
It's all about my pizza party themed small jug. It becomes a drill that can dive under enemies, and it pops up with a special delivery of destruction.
I love a medium jug, a simple handle, a 2-layer watermelon glaze, and I'm ready to bring the good vibes into the chaos.
My favorite is the large vase. It has a UFO-like animation, and it's great for team defense and protecting your Bix.
Hands down, the best pot shape is a small bowl. It's perfect for sneaking past enemies. Plus, its ice cream theme special is so cute.
Cozy.
One of my favorite warrior pots has to be the medium base. It's decently fast for invading enemy players and matches. The decorations really make it shine. A curved elbow spout, cupid's handle, some spiked charms with a rainbow glaze, and one butt sticker.
That's what Vet Gamer was talking about. That's what Vet Gamer was talking about. Fucking hell, bro. Speedy Cake with a 5. The person who came up with this concept. Oh, I already read this one. Sorry. Mervoth, 11 months. I'm sorry for Life is Strange. Stop the pottery torture. Oh, no, no, no. You guys are going to watch this with me. We're watching all of it together. It is what it is. Lifer with $1. Tim couldn't manage his company after the big deal he made about going indie and couldn't deliver until he was bought out by Microsoft. And in the process, ripping off a lot of supporters. CFIG. Fair enough, bro. I appreciate that. And then Dragon with a 2, made by potheads for potheads. Basically, that's kind of like what's going on here. Wow, this took a crazy turn towards the end.
You can't go wrong with butt stickers.
My favorite pots? Use the absolute most material possible to make the biggest pots possible. I call it tiny.
Whichever pot you decide to create, whether you're a budding artist or a seasoned gamer, you'll be fulfilling your pottery power fantasies when Kiln launches in spring 2026 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. This is just the beginning of the pottery party as we bring regular updates throughout the year with expanded decorations, new activities and game modes, and much more. Creating is more fun together, and we love your help sculpting this experience. Be on the lookout to throw down with fellow Double Fine fans and join the Double Fine Action Insiders for an even earlier look and a chance to play in our closed beta very soon.
You want me to say it 5 times? That's mean. Am I supposed to? Okay. This game is called Kiln, an online multiplayer party brawler, online multiplayer party brawler. I'll never do it twice. Okay, I can do it again. Online multiplayer party brawler. It's getting better. Online multiplayer pottery party brawler.
Well, see, here's the good thing. For those of you that don't want to pay for this, it's going to be on Xbox Game Pass day 1. So that's a plus, right? So you don't have to pay for it if you want to check it out, see what it's about. I will say that at least it's creative. Okay, at least it's creative. I do like the fact that developers are thinking outside the box and we're not just getting another fucking roguelite. But the truth is that even though it's visually creative and the character creator is creative and all that stuff, at the end of the day, it's just a lot of people are going to look at it as another streamer bait game. That's the downside to this, right? A lot of people are going to look at this and say, okay, this is just another game that's meant to bait people into trying to make it popular with their favorite streamers, and then hopefully they can sell a lot of copies that way. I think that is really what's going to hold back this game, because otherwise it's a super creative game for the most part. And I could see it getting uninteresting for a lot of people very quickly, especially if whoever ends up getting them into it. Let's say somebody watches a popular Twitch streamer or something, and they end up wanting to play the game because of the Twitch streamer. Once the Twitch streamer, if they're uninterested quickly, I think people are going to follow suit quickly as well. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this game gets any kind of organic reach, or if they pay a bunch of streamers to push it. If they start paying a bunch of streamers to push it, I think we're going to see. I don't know. I think this game is not meant to sell copies. I think this is meant to be Game Pass fodder. That's what I think this game is meant to be. I think it's meant to get maximum downloads on Game Pass, as many people as possible, but it's not really meant to be something that's going to sell, millions of copies. And if it does, great. But otherwise, I think it's just meant to feed the beast. That's really what it is. Streamers can see right through this, though. Yeah, maybe. You say that, but maybe. I like that the player is something other than human. That's fair, too. Like I said, it's super creative. And I think that the fact that you can create your own pot, that leads a lot of creativity for a lot of people to make something that not everybody else has. So, I definitely think it's interesting enough. What's the price on this thing? Does anybody know what the price on this thing is? Old Man Cad linked it in the chat. I'm curious. Hold on. Let me catch up on supers really quick. We're getting a little felted today. We got Jason Alator with a 2. So Timu Jack Black. Yeah, I guess so. Mervoth with a 2, closed beta, projecting them about themselves. So much soy. I guess. Old Man Cat says Hypnotic, no price. Okay, no price on this yet, so I'm sure it's going to be cheap if they know what's good for them. K Styles with a 5. Is the potter named Harry? No, but I'm sure that you can make a pot and then call it Harry, which that would be interesting. Trey Burkhalter with a 5. Ooh, pottery made harder. This is the reason Microsoft had their email service go down today. Oh, and fuck your rules, Tifa. Maybe it is. I don't know. Vet Gamer with a 5. Just give me the butt stickers. Bro, the butt stickers had me shocked. I'm not even going to lie. And his enthusiasm for them was a little bit too enthusiastic. I'm just saying. All right, it's time for the final game. It's Fable. Fable's the final one. Here we go, boys. Yes, we are getting felted.